Hello and welcome to another pen video from me, Penultimate Dave. I have here another pen for unboxing review. I've had this pen for a while now. I say a while, it's actually been, I want to say a year, maybe a little bit longer than a year actually, probably a couple of years. This comes in this lovely wood box, and if I open the box, you'll see here the name of the pen, and this has Yada Lead England written on the box, and you'll get a care guide here, and it just goes on about the Yada Lead Pencil Company and where this pen was originally purchased. You also see this beautiful pen, but also a sort of ruler there as well, which is also hallmarked in sterling silver as well, and you have the pen. Now, this is a pen that I have wanted for quite some time. This is the Yada Lead Grand Victorian, and this is a beautiful, beautiful pen. I really, really do love this pen. It's a great specimen of not only British workmanship, but also the sterling silver as well. So what I'll do, I'll show you the pen here. You've got a blank cap finial. You have this old style clip here, which you can see there, and then you have all of this beautiful hammered texture. Now this texture, this Victorian pattern, is actually hammered onto the pen, and there are thousands of strikes on the pen. So this pen really, it has a lot of hammer strikes, and I was just doing a quick search. I think it was certainly over 2,000 hammer strikes to this pen. It does have a little bit of an engraving plaque there, so you can have your name engraved if you want. I'm not normally a fan of that, but this is a beautiful work of art. It's a lovely pen, and it's one that I've wanted for a long time. I think the retail price when I originally saw these were about £750. Well, actually, I think they were about 950, but they were being sold for 750. And then I left it for a few years, and then the prices soared up to £1,250. I bought this one secondhand from Dylan Stevens. I got for a very good price, and really like the pen. It's a little bit thinner than I'm normally used to, but that doesn't bother me. It's an exquisite pen. Now, these are push to clip pens, so these are not screw threads. But you can see in the size of my hand that this is actually quite a nice size. Can I post the cap? I definitely can. And it doesn't really feel that back weighted. It actually feels quite natural. I think because of the whole of the body here is actually in sterling silver. The nib there you can see is a Yada Lead nib, and I've got this. I got it in a fine nib. I didn't have the option of choosing the nib because it was second hand. It is a cartridge converter pen, so if I unscrew the body there, you'll see the cartridge converter. So I have a little bit of ink left in there, and actually that isn't a cut, that is the ink from the nib there. But this is actually a really nice pen. I'm so glad that I added this one to my collection. It's an interesting model for sure. I know it's not everybody's sort of to everybody's taste, but I do like sterling silver pens, and I do like this old Victorian style where you can see that every single dent in that body is a hammer strike. This takes a huge amount of workmanship, and not only workmanship or hours to actually do this, but it actually takes a lot of skill to get that pattern almost identical, not only around that pen, but in every single pen that Yada Lead make. It really is a work of art, and I have to say I am loving this pen. So I think with that, let's go and do a size check. We'll go and do a weight check. We'll do a pen comparison, and then we'll do a writing sample. So the full length of the pen, we are looking about 150 millimeters in length. The length of the cap, we are looking at about 62 millimeters in length. And if I remove the cap there, and we'll do a size check for the body to the tip of the nib or tip of the tines, we're looking at, it's going to roll about 140 millimeters. So this is definitely an oversized pen, and you can see that in the size of my hand. It's a nice longer pen, and it does taper down towards the end cap there. But you can also post that cap, and it really feels well balanced. I'd say the weight is probably around about here, so that's where I feel the weight, so it's not tipping back in any way. So I think with that, let's do a weight check. Now, this isn't a light pen. It is sterling silver or solid silver. Now, the full weight of the body, we're looking at just over 65 grams in weight. The weight of the cap, we are looking at just under 19 grams in weight. And the weight of the body, we are looking at just over, or just under 46.5 grams in weight. So that is quite a weighty pen. But I have to say, it's a very beautiful pen. It's not a pen that you see every day, and I am enjoying writing with this pen as well. So I think with that, let's do a comparison with other pens. So from left to right, we have a Pelikan M805 Vibrant Blue, a Pelikan M800 Grand Place, a Cross Peerless 125, a Conway Stewart Coronation in sterling silver, a Yarder lead, and this is the Grand Victorian in sterling silver. We have a Yarder lead Grand, and this is the Barley in sterling silver. We have a Parker Classic Pens CP5 in sterling silver. We have a Montegrappa Extra 1930 in the Striped Zebra, a Montegrappa Extra Otto in the Pearl Grey Celluloid, and a Montegrappa Extra High Tech. So I think let's now go and do a writing sample. So this is the Yard OLED, and it's the Grand Victorian. And this is a fine, and it's an 18 karat gold nib. It's a bulk nib. The ink in here today is Noodler's Habanero, which is quite a nice fiery ink. In terms of line variation, I'm definitely seeing what is a Western fine. Now, if I try to push it a bit more, I can almost get to a Western medium there, but you will find that it is quite a stiff nib. But if I continue the vertical lines, you'll see, hopefully, there are no hard starts or skips, which is good. In terms of ink wetness, let's take a look. So this is quite a wet pen. Not quite a fire hose pen, but it is still very wet. What do I like? What do I not like about the pen? Well, I love that it's a Yarder lead. I love that it's a Grand version. And I love that it's a Victorian model. I love the hammer strikes on this pen. It always has spoken to me. I'm glad that I was able to add this to my collection. The only thing that I dislike, and this is just a personal preference, I picked this up second hand, so I didn't get to choose the nib. If I had the option, I think I would have probably chosen a medium nib and not a fine nib. but as it was second hand, I didn't have the option there. So I do have it with a fine 18 karat gold nib. That said, it does write quite nicely, although, and I would say it writes a little bit more towards a medium, but I think I would like maybe the smoothness of a medium nib. Fine nibs typically can have a little bit of an edge to them, and not be as smooth as a medium nib. So I'd say that's the only dislike about this pen, but that is just a personal preference. And likewise, if I had actually ordered this brand new and paid the full amount of money, then I would have ordered it with a medium nib. But it was such a good deal that I couldn't pass this one up, so I decided I would pick this one up, knowing full well it had a fine nib in the pen. But I love this pen, and I have to say it's got a special part in my collection. I also have the Grand Barley as well, and I do like that one, but this one is a little bit more special for me. So there you have it. That's my unboxing and review of the Yada LED, and this is the Grand Victorian in a fine 18 karat gold nib. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next pen video. Bye-bye.